I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. I have a little rhyme for you. Roses are red, violets are blue, and here are some African violet care tips for you. So we are obviously talking African violets. Now the second thing I said was violets are blue. Violets are blue actually refers mostly to violets outdoors, which are related, not at all, to the violets here. So that said, this is the African violet family. Here's two examples of it, and it has been in cultivation for years and years. You can read back on the history of these, whether they were gifted, their symbolic meaning, and all sorts of things. But one of the reasons that they stick around is because they're very rewarding to grow with not too terrible much care. In fact, they like to be root bound a little bit. They like to be pot bound. They're notorious for it. People say, should I, it looks like it's getting big, should I transplant it? No, unless it is trying to eat the house of the pot. You really do want it to be tighter. They require generally some fertilizer. So the fertilizer, plants make their own food. We know that, right? Chlorophyll, the sun, they make their food, but they benefit for the added nutrients that they get here that they can use to push flowers. So they're definitely something that you do want to keep fertilized when you water them. Generally, often they can be nearly continuously blooming. And the next thing you're going to want to pay attention to, should you get one, and you have to decide on a color, because that's probably the hardest part about these things. There are so many forms and colors, and we're gonna have some specialty ones here in the garden center. We often have some of the simpler, but even there, look at that color, that richness and tone. They're really just fabulous, and even doesn't even seem like much, but if you can look and see the sun on these, there's some iridescence to that leaf, so it really is a beautiful plant. Now, this plant is just starting to finish filling out this rosetta, this growth. This isn't. But either way, like I said, if you needed to transplant them, you could go ahead and use an African violet mix. They like to be moist, but well drained. If you can, in most households, don't get water on their leaves, especially cold. It can lead to some spotting, can lead to powdery mildew, which is one of the things they can get because this is a very fleshy leaf. So those are some things to know about it. But as long as it gets bright and direct light, generally they're pretty happy. Now I have two examples here. This is my personal African violet that I actually have here at the garden center in my office. And this one is one that is for sale. Now the difference between the two, they do have different leaf tones as well as flower colors. But the difference here on this is that this is actually lighter than it should be. And this particular violet from the winter, I had moved to a sunnier window because we usually have lower light in the winter. So it has responded with some good growth, but you can see this lighter color leaf is response. This is actually a bit too much light for this African violet. So as our days are beginning to lengthen again here, I'm going to want to move this to a little less light intense, and that plant should return to this darker green color that you see on the interior. So this is a normal color, this is this normal color. I'm going to want to, when I have enough, and I can actually do it now, so you could do that at home, you could take and get rid of some of these outer leaves. They're not serving really a lot of purpose. And to do that, you can go in with snippers. A lot of times you can move them sideways and they'll come right out. If it's not got a plant patent on it that makes it illegal to propagate, you could actually propagate some of these leaves and start them. That's a fun thing to look up, a fun little project. But you can see I can easily side to side movement. That one's a little harder to let go. It doesn't want to, and I don't want to injure it. So what you could do is you can take trimmers. Now this specific set of trimmers are really awesome. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see that blade is slightly curved. So these are a curved blade trimming shear, reduces hand sight. They're very light, easy to maintain. But what they're really great for is when you get them in there, you can get in here and they're gonna get under where you want and curve up. So they actually make it easier to trim. So you can really get down in here, trim pretty easily. You'll get your right cut. So in that leaf that didn't want to come, I could cut it out. Probably at your house, don't throw it on the floor. Nobody likes that. And then you'll have a nicer plant. And then again, as these leaves come in more fully, I can take out some of these discolored leaves, and I'll have a nice deep green plant if I keep it in the right lighting. So last thing we'll talk about, African violets. Pretty much, I haven't had too much trouble with whatever pot they're grown in. They don't want to sit in water. So in my pot that I have here, there is no drainage. It's called a cash pot. So I have it, well, truthfully, I used an eraser. so that it'll get out of the water if there's extra. But that lets it sit. When I water it, I can make sure I can dump out that extra water. You can have something that drains straight through, no problem. You can try something like this. This is a self-watering pot. You put the water in the bottom, put the plant in the top, and eventually it'll suck up what it needs. It'll dry out a little in between. So those are all opportunities and options for you when you're coming in. So give these plants a try. It's an absolutely fabulous plant. We'll be more than happy to oogle and ogle over the different flowers that you can choose if you come on in and see us. So see you soon.